Hey YouTube, CoolStoryBrobat here with Narrated Showdown battle number 98. 98, man. 98. Wow. And alright, first of all, let me point out a few things. One, this is my Acrobat with Shades account. You haven't seen this account since I did that PS Live with the gun show, Specs Blastoise. But since the latter had been reset long before I got back on this account, basically. Man, why do I keep saying basically? Someone stop me. Simply put, this account is fresh again. It's new. I had registered it a long time ago, but it's still a fresh account. So I figured I'd bring it back. This is for the Dark Horse Challenge, hence my team here. And this is against Frosláss. Frosláss, I guess. Frosláss. I guess that's how you say it. Anyway, this is actually Pleasure Kitten. He also goes by the name Kitten Milk on Smogon. And yeah, this is his account. He's using his Research Week team. And let me explain both of these challenges because they're kind of going head to head here. Like Dark Horse Challenge, as I explained a couple videos ago, you have to get 2 Pokemon in UU that are below 4%, 2 or more, and you have to use them on a team. And the entire team's total of usage percentages cannot be above 35%. Now Research Week is a thing where they basically pick a bunch of Pokemon and you have to use at least one of them on a team and explain about them, what you know about them, what you learned from using them, etc., theory on and all that crap, and then try to get to a high position on the ladder with said team. Not last week, but 2 weeks ago, Research Week's competitors were Frosláss and Sharpedo. So yeah, he's using both of those guys on a hyper offense team, spike stack and hyper offense. And I'm using my Dark Horse team, which is built around the idea of Slowking and Avalugg, as you've seen in my past 2 battle videos, because they got good synergy. I also tacked on a Doublade here for good measure, because Doublade goes in. Like, when I was building this team, I was like, okay, Avalugg and Slowking, that's going to be my core. Physically defensive, especially defensive, Assault Vest Slowking. I need something that can set up rocks. I need something that can check fighting types like Mienshao. I was like, hey, Nidoqueen. Bam, tacked her on. Hydreigon, because I needed some offensive muscle. And I figured this would allow me to also use Doublade, because he gets the Doublade and Hydreigon core going. They got good synergy. They got good defense. You know what I'm saying? And then I put on a Scarf Rotom-Heat. Honestly, this team, I've reworked this team so many times. It's been ridiculous. I've used Gardevoir. I've used Porygon 2. I've used Hariyama. I've used so much stuff that eventually I ended up changing this team so that I got rid of Doublade, got rid of Rotom-Heat, and I got rid of Hydreigon. I put on Baynet, I put on Noivern, and I put on what the heck was my last dude? Who was my last dude? Who was it? And Curse-Lax. That patched up my team's problems very nicely. And that's when my team actually broke the 1600s. So yeah, now looking at Frosláss's team here, he actually told me a little bit about it, because we're cool like that. We always talk about stuff. And he told me he's using Defiant Tornadus, because Defiant Tornadus is a good way to mess with teams that rely on Defog to clear hazards, because he gets a free +2 when he switches in on Defog, +2 attack. And that pretty much allows him to go ham with the itemless acrobatics and knockoff and just deal damage and do work. It's a pretty big threat to look out for. Now, most hyper offense teams are usually based on one side of the physical or special attacking spectrum. His team is clearly physically based, which is actually good for me, because Avalugg is a beast, and you're gonna see it this game kinda. You're gonna kinda see how strong your girlfriend's booty is at taking hits. So what I want to watch out for is the Victini. If Victini can rip me a new one, because of the fact that it outspeeds Hydreigon and deals damage with U-turn, could kill Slowking with Bolt Strike, it could kill Avalugg with V-Create. Even if it could take one, it's only taking just one, and it can really hurt Nidoqueen a lot. And Scarf Rotom doesn't outspeed a Scarf set. And so I'm assuming it's a Scarf Mienshao like Choice Band Victini. So yeah, that's probably a pretty big issue, because Mienshao also threatens the heck out of my team. Sharpedo, I'm not too worried about it unless he's like the mix set with Hydro Pump, because Avalugg does not like surprise mixed attackers. They break it down and they smash it and they kill it. But I know this guy. He always uses Sub-Leechy Sharpedo. So I could bank on that being his Sharpedo set, meaning that Avalugg actually can comfortably wall the mess out of this thing. And Hippowdon, physically defensive, that's his pivot, it's his Stealth Rock user, it's his everything. So yeah, let me shut up now. Let's put these guys to work and see who comes out on top. He leads off with his Hippowdon, get them rocks up. I was actually expecting the Frosláss lead. I lead off with Oven Mitts, trick a Scarf as he switches into his Victini, who also is apparently Scarfed, which is good for me because now I know that his Mienshao has Choice Band, because you don't run, it's not likely to run into somebody using 2 Scarf users. So basically, I go for the hidden power on this Hippowdon as I use Trick again to give it a Scarf, because I knew he's going to switch to it expecting Volt Switch. So after using Hidden Power to hurt the Hippowdon a little bit, he switches out into his Victini after getting his Rock Sub. I switch into Hydreigon as he U-turns. He gets to switch back into Hippowdon. As I U-turn myself, I'm Life Orb Hydreigon with U-turn, and I send in Queen Latifah. And I go for the Ice Beam, kill off his Hippowdon. I would have put my Stealth Rock up here to break Frosláss's Focus Sash, but then he would have been able to kill my Nidoqueen in response. But then he gets this Freeze Hacks here off Ice Beam, which is bull. That's utter bullcrap, I tell you what. And he's just sending up spikes on me. He's getting the hazards up on me. I gotta go to Oven Mitts. I gotta go to my homie Oven Mitts and take this. Just let him set up. I Volt Switch. You know how that goes. I don't have anything else that outspeeds it. The best I can do is send a Doublade here and kill it with Shadow Sneak. I get the critical hit. I doubt it mattered, but in the event that it did, I got the critical hit. Kills off his Frosláss. I sacrifice my Queen Latifah to the spikes damage because it's frozen, it's useless, there's nothing else it's doing this game. I see his Mienshao locks in a knockoff, which is a free turn for Avalugg to use Rapid Spin to clear those hazards and undo that mess, because those hazards were going to demolish my team if I let him stick around long enough. I use Recover as he switches out to his Victini. He uses Trick on me, which is the good play, because I spam and Recover, hoping he was going to V-Create, because then I could have followed it up with an Earthquake and killed his Victini, but it didn't happen that way. So I'm locked into spam and Recover as he sends in his Sharpedo. So he sets up a sub because, like I said, I know he's Sub-Leechy Sharpedo because that's what he uses. He's just cool like that. I sacrifice Oven Mitts because of the fact it didn't have a Choice Scarf. It wasn't going to be too useful for me the rest of this game. So I send in your girlfriend's booty, Avalugg. He gets the defense drop from Crunch, which is bull, but it's cool because I can take this. I can take it. He's Sub-Leechying. I'm locked in an Earthquake here because I still have the Choice Scarf, and he switches out to Tornadus, which is the good play because, like I said, I'm locked into it. So I withdraw, and I send in Wither my Hydreigon, sacrifice it to the Acrobatics because it can't beat anything else on his team. I send in Doublade and double switch back out into Avalugg, predicting the knockoff. Make him knock off the Choice Scarf that was crippling me and basically have a second chance at taking this game back. It was a play. It was a play. And so now that I see his Mienshao's here, I'm hoping he goes for the high jump kick as I double switch back into Doublade. He unfortunately decided to go for the U-turn, which was the smarter play. I Sacred Sword, killing his Sharpedo, knowing I could take a Crunch. And I Shadow Sneak. I basically do this because I figure, I really shouldn't have done this. I should not have sacrificed the Doublade because I could have been able to Shadow Sneak the Victini. But I kind of overestimated your girlfriend's booty, thinking that Victini wasn't going to be able to break through it, even with V-Create. I kill off his Tornadus with Avalanche, and I send in King Solomon, predicting a high jump kick. Unfortunately, he misses, so basically, Slow King gets in for free. And he switches in Victini on the Sclad, doesn't kill it, but it comes close. He Bolt Strikes, and because he is not Choice Scarf, this is actually going to hurt. I overestimated Avalugg. After being paralyzed by Bolt Strike, V-Create kills me. I overestimated it. If I was a little bit healthier, I would have been able to take that, but it's all good, I guess. I kill off the Victini with Scald. I would not have been able to survive a Bolt Strike and a V-Create with Regenerator Slowking. I would have had to switch it in back and forth. And basically, he sends in Mienshao once again to kill me off with Knockoff, and that is Good Game Azelf, aka Pleasure Kitten, aka Kitten Milk, aka whatever the heck you want. I said basically too many times during this match, basically. But yeah, good game though, dude. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite. This battle was earlier this month on the 5th of May. So yeah. Yeah, I actually managed to ladder with this team I'm using after I made the changes I said with Bayonet, Snorlax, and Noivern. Managed to break the 1600s with it and stop laddering with it for the Dark Horse challenge. But because of the fact that I made it that far, I kind of got B rank on that challenge, which was pretty cool. Because, you know, 1600 is B rank, 1500 is A rank, 1500 is C rank, and 1750 is A rank. You guys don't care about that. Why am I talking about this? Let me shut up now. Peace.